Hey everyone. So I have had a lot of questions from people who have maybe followed my journey for the past three, almost not even quite 3 years of direct sales. And so many people are asking me, why did you leave your former company and why did you choose SeneGence? So I thought I would shed some light and give you my top 5 reasons why I in January, closed down a business I had been running for 3 years, almost, not quite 3 years. 3 years would be in April, May of this year. So not quite 3 years, but I had built a successful business. I was working corporate and I had my first child, now my second, and I built a business enough so that I could quit my corporate job and be able to stay home with my first son, who is just turned 3. And then I fell in love with direct sales. So I know, by the way, I could get all dolled up and do a really cute video for you, but part of the reason that why I love direct sales is because it allows me to run a business like this while holding my baby in my arms. And so in January of this year, I decided to close down my former business and give up my entire salary. And it doesn't work as a salary, right? But income, right? And anyone that's familiar with direct sales, you understand you build a team, you build a client base, and you obviously you have income coming in. Well, I had enough income coming in to where it was equivalent to my former job, enough to be a salary for somebody. So I often say my salary, gave up my salary. But anyways, you get my point. So I fell in love with direct sales, but that business was not, I feel like the juice wasn't worth the squeeze, right? So I am a very hard worker and I was working really, really hard and I was successful. I was earning the free trips. I was, getting advancements. I was recognized for different things. I was recruiting every month. I was selling every month. I was hitting big, milestone type things. But I felt like my paycheck didn't really reflect my efforts. And so when I got into that business in 2014 and I was blown away, I was like, oh my gosh, direct sales is like where it's at. It's freedom. It's freedom of time. And then of course the financial freedom that you can truly continue to earn as much money. The harder you work, the more you make. Well, I felt like the harder I was working for some reason, especially in 2016, I wasn't making more money. And I kind of hit this like dead spot in my business to where it just wasn't growing. It was actually declining, right? I was losing people. At one point I had a little over 400 people in my downline. And when I quit in January, there were right around 300. So I had somewhere in that whole year lost 100 people. And then of course my producers, the people who were really like working with me and running their businesses with me, they really weren't really running their businesses anymore. I really only had one strong business builder at the end of the year. And so if anyone is familiar with direct sales, you know it's supposed to go in the opposite direction, right? You're supposed to get better and better. But I was working harder and harder and something wasn't clicking. And so ultimately I decided that the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. And my total mission in life, I know I can do in any business. And so I want to share with you why I chose SeneGence and why I was willing to give up a significant amount of income, and team and everything else in a different business for SeneGence. So first things first, number one, I wanted something fun. I wanted something lighthearted. I wanted something that wasn't going to drain me at the end of the day and really take away all my emotional energy. I am a mom of 2, and I am a wife, and I have another business that I run. I don't have any more energy, right, than anyone else. And so I wanted something fun. I wanted something lighthearted. I wanted something easy, to be honest, something really easy. And so that's the first reason why I was intrigued by SeneGence. And I know I say SeneGence a lot because that's our mother company, but LipSense is probably one that most of y'all are familiar with. So it's our cornerstone product. Number 2, I really wanted this time to be strategic and smart about the products I was selling. And so I believed in the products that I was selling before, but they were hard to sell. And at the end of the day, anyone can say that direct sales is sales or not, right? I know there's 2 sides to that coin there that people kind of argue through, but at the end of the day, life is sales, right? We're always selling something. We're selling our husband on where we want to go for dinner. We're selling as a kid, you sell your parents on what you want them to buy you for Christmas, whatever. Life is sales. And at the end of the day, direct sales, it's sales. You're selling a product, right? I wanted a product that was easier to sell, right? And the truth is, LipSense sells itself, right? It has a wow factor. It is fun. It is like, what is that stuff? And that's exactly how I felt when I saw it. I was like, what is that? And why haven't I heard of it, right? It has a wow factor. It makes people want to know what it is and want to try it without you having to be pushy or salesy or beg them for your business. And I love that about it, right? So that's number 2. The product sells itself. I don't have to be pushy. I don't have to be salesy. I don't have to be sleazy trying to basically trick you into buying something from me or building a relationship with me just to buy something from me. It literally, the product just sells itself. And that's why I tell my girls all the time, if you can get it in front of as many people as you can and literally just show them what it does and show them how amazing it is and give great customer service, you're going to do well with this business. So that's number 2. Number 3, obviously giving up a whole income, like that was a huge deal for myself. It was like a death, right? Like I basically buried something that I worked so hard for almost 3 years. Obviously, it was a big decision for my husband and I to decide, whether or not, right? We prayed on it a lot, and I felt like God was pushing me in this direction. But cosmetics is recession proof. There are several things that are recession proof. And I think that is part of the reason why my business this last year also declined. I made significantly less money last year in my other business than I did in the year prior. And I totally think it's part of that was the election. But cosmetics is recession proof, right? There's a reason why a company like Mary Kay and Avon have been around forever, because it's gone through the ups and the downs, right? So that is one other reason. And just a little side note, candy, cosmetics, and contraceptives are all recession proof, which I thought was really funny. So I kind of Googled a couple other things just to know for sure what other things were kind of in line with it. Healthcare, education, there are certain things that are just recession proof. And cosmetics is a luxury, but a low end luxury, right? And so it's going to stand through the time of tough times. So that's number 3. Number 4, our products are tried and true. So many people think that our company is new, and it's not. SeneGence has been around since 1999. We have already gone through the testing phases of products. We've already gone through so much of those beginning phases, which I'm actually going to touch on for number 5. We've already gone through the formulation phase, which is when 90% of all direct sales businesses flop. Usually in that formulation phase, companies don't last. They don't make it to the next phase, which the next phase is the concentration phase. That's when the company starts to make some money. So I think it's up to $3 to $50 million. That's when the company starts to get a little bit of momentum. People start sharing a little bit more, right? Well, you can't really control how quickly your products get out there per se, especially in direct sales by people. But something happened in 2015, and it literally has blown up. And so our products are tried and true. They work. They are fun. They have a wow factor. They're only getting better, right? So our owner, Joni, is only making them better and adding more things and figuring out what people like. And so it's not like this is some new fad thing that people are just jumping on the train. Now, it might be new for you to hear about it, but it's already been through the phases of testing and all of that stuff since 1999. So I love that. It's not like I was jumping on some fad thing that's going to die out in the next year or so. And that was really important to me too, because I already know what it's like to invest my heart, my time, my emotions, my energy, my family, all of that into a business. And I wanted to make sure I was investing it into something that I know is going to be here in 5 years, right? And then number 5, and this is probably the thing that gives me the most butterflies and gets me, I literally have chills in my body right now, gets me so excited, is that we are in the momentum phase. So I explained a little bit before, there's the formulation phase, there is the concentration phase, and then the next phase is the momentum phase. And the momentum phase is when a business literally explodes. And that lasts roughly around 7 years. And so it gets me excited, my business-minded mentality, right? I went to school to be a teacher, so I definitely have that intrinsic, loving kind of value, like piece to like business and stuff. But I also have a very business mind. I'm very business driven. I'm very business minded. And so knowing that we are in the momentum phase of direct sales, and knowing that that is when most of the most successful people of the business will be born, right? So we say this is when the millionaires are born. So anyone that's familiar with direct sales, if you've studied it and how it works, and really it's to me, I consider it like franchising. You start a business and then you share your business with somebody else. They decide they love the product, they want to talk about it to their friends, and they network about it. That's why it's called networking, direct sales, right? And they sell it to other people. It's almost like you teach people how to franchise your business, and then you teach them how to franchise and do the same thing. And so in the momentum phase is when the most millionaires are born, because the products are still relatively new to the public, that enough people are going to start to learn about it to where your teams explode, which is why I signed up to be a distributor on December 19th. Kind of not really sure where the business was going to take me. And I decided to run with the business. I just got more lipstick, y'all. They just knocked on my door, but he saw me and I waved. We'll let it go. My 3-year-old, he just turned 3. He always says, "Mommy, more lipstick." So anyways, the momentum phase is the phase where a business blows up. And that's where I said, I signed up on December 19th, not really knowing where I was going to take it. I knew I was going to do the retail side of it because our commission and our comp plan is incredible. That really should be one of my top reasons too. Our commission plan is great. It is seriously one of the best commission plans I have ever seen in any direct sales. And of course, if you're going to work hard, you might as well, work smart too, right? So, started on December 19th, not knowing if I wanted to really build a team, and decided that when the first person came to me that said, "Hey, I've been looking into this and now I know you're doing it, I want to do it," I was like, okay. So she signed up, and then it literally snowballed from there. Today, I don't know the exact number. I forget off the top of my head, but our team is a little over 300. And we have sold over $500,000 in less than 3 months, right? So I didn't even start building a team probably until, I don't know, mid-January or beginning of January-ish. I don't even remember, but that really didn't start super taking off until January. So we really haven't even been doing this for 2 months. Our team is over $500,000. We're almost to 600,000. We have over 300 team members in our distributors in our team. It's incredible, because we're in the momentum phase and people are excited about it. The more they learn about it, the more they hear about the products, obviously first, and then the opportunity. It's just incredible. So let me run through those one more time to explain to you why I made the decision to jump ship, right? I know you have to be smart when you're building a business, right? And so I really prayed on it a lot. I saw an opportunity and I prayed on it and I jumped. I had faith of a mustard seed and just said, okay, if this is where you want me, if this is going to be successful, it's going to be. And I can't tell you enough how God has blessed this business and my family and I just abundantly. And I am so excited to share this with other people, because the cool thing is, right? So it'd be really cool for me to sit here and be like, yeah, well, I have recruited X amount of people and I have sold $40,000 and da-da-da-da-da. That's all great, right? But it really doesn't mean much in direct sales, because I gave those accolades and I could brag on myself in my last business. The problem was, in my last business, my team wasn't as successful. And there was just something that wasn't clicking. Even, there just was something that wasn't clicking for them to learn how to run the business as successfully as other people, right? Because it was a hard business to build. And I love this business because it is so duplicatable. And my girls are doing just that. They are doing what I've done. And some of them are doing more than what I've done. I've got a girl on my team who sold more product than I have. And so she's rocking it. And she has no direct sales experience. She has no background in sales, period. She actually is in the medical health world, right? Healthcare. So she doesn't come from a background like this. And she is doing amazing. Why? Because I have a duplicatable system that is to say, here, this is what I've done. This is what you need to do. Do it. and tweak it to fit you and your personality, and you'll be successful. So I wouldn't have a team that is thriving at almost $600,000 in 2 months, really, realistically, if this business wasn't a business that other people can be successful at, which is why I'm so excited to share this with other people, because other people can be successful. Honestly, it's not fun to be the only person on a trip that you earned for free and you don't get to celebrate with your team, right? So I already have girls that are really like this close to them earning their trip already. So I've already earned an all expenses paid trip to Costa Rica for my husband and I in 2 months, right? And I've already earned a $500 car allowance for any car I want to go. I can go lease one. I'm currently picking it out right now. But I could go to a dealership and pick out a car and lease it. And SeneGence is going to give me $500 a month, as long as I keep, my, the part to keep it. And my team is killing it. So I can't even see why that wouldn't happen forever. So it's amazing. So I already have other girls really close to that. And again, we're only like 2 months in, which is just insane. It's just insane. So my reasons, to back up, to give it to you one more time, to run down why I chose SeneGence and why I believe in this business and why I believe in this opportunity and why I am so excited to welcome new women to our team every single day. And if that's you and you've been searching and you want to look into joining a team, our team is full of incredible women. We have amazing hearts. We have amazing, just the energy in our team is awesome. We'd love to talk with you about it. So number one, it's fun. It's makeup. It's fun, right? It's not heavy-hearted. It doesn't weigh you down at the end of the day. It doesn't like drain you, because most people that start these businesses have other jobs, right? And so you have another job on top of this, and you can't be stressed out. So it's fun. One, who doesn't want lipstick? Who doesn't want like amazing cosmetics, right? And don't judge me necessarily today. Although, for being a stay-at-home mom, this is not too shabby, and I just have on our lip gloss. Number two, the product sell itself. Most people say they don't want to get into direct sales because they don't have sales experience and they're not good at sales. Well, that's good, because guess what? Nobody wants to be sold to, but our products sell themselves. All you have to do is get them in front of people, and they're going to want to try it. And not only are they going to want to try it, they're going to fall in love, just like I have and just like all of my customers have, and they're going to buy over and over and over and over again, right? Number three, cosmetics is recession proof. It's tried and true. People, women and men, right, are going to want cosmetics, like whatever. You're going to want it no matter what is happening in the world, because it is it's a luxury sort of, but it's also somewhat of a necessity. And it's a lower end luxury. So it's recession proof. Number four is it's tried and true. We've been around since 1999. We're not going anywhere. We're not a fad. We're not something that just was like fun and, everyone's just wants to try it out right now, right? We've been around forever. Not forever, 1999, right? And so it's tried and true. And we're only going to keep improving colors and just, the formula, which is patented. So, but I know there are always like a little teeny tiny tweaks to it, right? Just to make it better. And our products are made in the US, by the way. I would just throw that in there because I think that is awesome. And then number five, for a business-minded person to know where you should put your time, where you should put your effort, where you should really consider starting a business. We are in the best time ever to get into, well, maybe like a year ago would have been the best time ever. But hey, now is it, right? We're in the momentum phase. We've already passed the first two phases. We are in the momentum phase. This is going to last for 7 years. This is when the most millionaires are born. And you don't have to want to join this business to be a millionaire by any means. Some women on our team, they just would love to have and are happy with an extra, a few $100s a month. That's great. Then there are people like me who have really bigger missions in life, who know that this is a vehicle for bigger things and just running with it, right? So this is the time to get into this business now. You're going to kick yourself if you wait another day, another month, another year. There's no bad time to get into it, right? And I truly think even the last business I was in, people could sign up today and still be successful. I don't think that I don't think that you can't be successful just because you don't sign up at the right time. But obviously there's a smart time to get into things, right? And now is the time. We are in the momentum phase. This is the time to get in. This is the time to hustle. This is the time to share. We still have states that are basically bare bones. Like nobody has even touched, like Delaware, New York, New Hampshire, what else? I think Connecticut. There's like 5 or so states that are like super bare boned. Pennsylvania was bare boned before I started, but now our team is like blowing up, and there's some women under us are blowing up the state. So, and there's lots of other states. Really, no state is saturated. None. Not even Texas and California, where there are the most distributors. I'm signing up people every day, or every month still in weeks from other states like Texas, which does have the most distributors, I believe, unless that's changed. But my whole point is this is the time, and this is such an amazing opportunity. And if you are interested in learning more about joining my team and joining our tribe of women who are just having fun, making, great money that we didn't even know, right? It's fun. I'd love to talk to you. So you can shoot me an email. You can friend request me on Facebook, or shoot me a message there too. I have so many friend requests. A message would actually be ideal, and then I can connect with you there. I'll see that quicker than all the friend requests, and then we can go from there. So that is my reason. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am happy to talk with you, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.